Hi everyone. So today I got inspired by this lovely book that I have done a review for you, so you can have a look. It's going to be in the previous faces. That's another great thing. I really enjoy painting faces, and I've been trying to go back into that, and it has inspired me to try and kind of be free. I struggle with that concept quite often, because you do want to create something that you will love, and sometimes it just doesn't work, and so you restrict yourself to a certain style or to a certain subject matter to produce what you think will be good. However, there are so many other things you can try out of your comfort zone, perhaps, that would be equally good, and so that's where it's coming from. So I want to try and paint faces. Now, this book is by Kirsten Savik, and she paints with watercolor. Now, her palette actually looks like a student grade watercolor palette, but I'm not sure whether it's just a portable watercolor she uses and then possibly squeezed out the artist grade watercolor into there, because all of her illustrations look very bright and vivid, so I'm not sure which watercolor she uses, but I'm going to use my Schminke Hordam today. If you wonder what palette this is, this was the 24 plus 12, so I have moved them about and added 12 of my own colors that I purchased separately, and that's what it is, why it is looking like this. So the way Kirsten paints is she doesn't seem to use a pencil. She goes straight in onto paper with watercolor and has no fear to mess up, it seems. So I'm going to do the same. Now, this is very out of my comfort zone, because usually, as you know, I like to give myself some sort of line work, which usually would be with this platinum carbon ink pen, which is already quite adventurous, and I have stopped using pencil altogether. So if you make a mistake with ink pen, I just try to live with it and work around it, which already has improved my watercolor or drawing altogether. However, not using anything at all to give some sort of idea of a shape, that is a scary concept for me, but let's try it. So I've got a few very good skin tones over here, so I'll probably mix up a few things. So I've got June Brilliant Dark, and I'm going to mix it up with a tiny little bit of pink. So I'm going to place it here and add a little bit of pink. This is a very opaque color, so I'm going to make sure I don't use too much of it. So I'm going to dilute it as much as I can, and then I'm going to just basically draw oval shapes. I'm trying to give different shapes to the faces, but I'm not trying to be too careful about it or too thoughtful. All I want is just to have some fun and experiment, really. And that's it. So that's my 9 different skin tones. So now I'm going to place some brows and noses and lips, just to give myself an idea of what's happening where in the face. and it doesn't matter if they're not perfect. Just going to do that. Actually, I do need to create a background for my eyes, don't I? So I'm going to try and see if I can do, because I didn't leave any white space. I'm just going to draw these ovals in the eye area. So the watercolor has to be dry, otherwise the gel will pull the watercolor and the white won't be white anymore. I'm going to continue with brows. I tried to do the eyes with 3 different pens, and I think that footage didn't get recorded, unfortunately, but basically I couldn't use my platinum ink because it would get clogged up when going over the white gel, so I couldn't use that. Then I tried the Pigment Micron 005 on the second one, and it started getting clogged up as well. So now I'm on to the third one, which does work, but it is harder to work with because although you can get a fine line, you have to be very careful because the brush is big and it can give you a big line very quickly. So you can see it comes to a super fine tip, but you have to be very careful with how you work with it. So I'm just going to go in and line the eyes, and with this I can go over and paint on top of the white gel like this. So I'm just going to give them all black eyes because I don't want to spend too much time here choosing eye colors. So far it's been a very fun exercise, I have to say. Okay, so I now will go ahead and I'd like to add some blushes to them, so I think that okay, so I have now finished the faces. I actually added these tiny little ears, and then I felt like I wanted to add a little bit of detail. I felt, you know, it just wouldn't be quite my illustration if I didn't. And actually I love the way they came out. They're sort of like little fashionistas. And it's really just scribbly little earrings that take it to another level, let's say. And very simple, very stylistic, but I can't explain how much fun it was and relaxing to just completely, you know, concentrate on their little lips, lip color and hairstyles and all that lovely fun stuff. So I highly would recommend you try something like this, and it might get you out of your artistic block. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you soon.